What's up, guys?
Just kidding, sup y'all. I am back. So, in the next couple months, we have voice tutorials coming out. There's a music video for a cover I'm duetting with my
Old voice.
which should be pretty cool. And until that point, today's video is going to be a story time. So, story time, let's talk about years ago. I was still in college. I was working at this retail shop, and we're not going to say names or anything just for anonymity purpose, but I had this assistant manager who really had it out for me. We're going to call him Joe. So Joe was, he was young. I think he might have even been younger than me, which was kind of irritating, I guess. But I was in early transition. I didn't pass, not even a little bit. And maybe I can get a picture up here. We'll see if I can get a picture of what it used to look like. But yeah, I didn't pass, and I was working in retail. Now, I worked in this giant mall. It's the biggest mall in my state. It's actually, I think, the third biggest in the country, second or third biggest in the entire country. So, giant mall, right? And the store was like right at the entrance, so there'd be tons, droves and droves of people coming through. Now, everybody, there are multiple workers. I was really good on the floor, helping customers, because that's just kind of what I do. I'm a customer service individual, I guess. Because, I work as a full-time voice teacher. For those of you wondering, yes, I still do work as a full-time voice teacher. That is my full-time career. That's also part of the reason why I have not been posting videos, because I've been so utterly swamped at work, which is great. But back to the story. So Joe really had it out for me. He would have me be the store greeter, and he knew I had panic issues and stuff. Like I didn't pass, and
my voice was still like this, so like, yeah.
People would come in. I'd be like, hi, and then he would be like, you have to say more than just hi. You have to say, can I help you? And he knew I didn't have the voice for it, so it would have to be like, hi, can I help you? And like, I didn't even have my voice fully, so it sounded really bad. But he would have me up at the front of the store when, there were plenty of other people that could do it, and I was better on the floor or behind the cash register. And they knew this. But he would put me up as the store greeter, so droves of people. I didn't pass. People would gawk and stare at me. I had a woman ask me, are you a boy or a woman? Like, that's the kind of stuff I would deal with. So he knew, and he just continuously would have me be the store greeter, to the point where I would have panic attacks regularly. I would have to go to the bathroom and hit my knees and pray, and that's something I do whenever I have a panic attack, because that really helps me. Pray to my higher power and just be like, yo, dude, like, I'm not vibing with this. This sucks. Like, I need some help. So, like, whenever I would feel that panic starting to happen, I would go to the bathroom. Well, Joe made it very clear that he just did not like me. There's one time where, like, we would take turns taking out the trash and stuff. And my coworker had just taken it out the other day. Like, I think it was even the day before. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. So I took it out. I had like made myself dress to the nines. I was wearing like these super nice flats and everything, and I looked great. Considering, like, I didn't pass, but I looked great, and just the amount of effort I put into the outfit and the makeup for the day. So my coworker's lifting up the trash, right? He's lifting up the trash, and Joe turns to me and goes, Zoe, I want you to take that. And I'm like, why? Like, we'll call my coworker Mark. Mark is like taking out the trash. Why do you want me to do it? He's literally has it in his hand. He's like, just because I said so. And it would be like small, passive aggressive stuff like that just wasn't directly like that, but there's a bunch of small stuff, and it made it so I was anxious to work at the job. And it wasn't the worst job when Joe wasn't there. I liked all my coworkers, we all got along, but during that time I just started teaching, so that you can imagine, this was years ago, like 5 years ago. I think I was like 20, 21-ish, and I ended up quitting when my voice teaching kind of took off. Just a reminder,
If you want to not sound like this,
you can head over to natfemvoice.com. There's a whole unique method. It's the last promotion I'm going to do. There's going to be a link in the description. Also, if you're enjoying this so far, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video, because this transphobic jerk really needs to be talked about, because it was transphobia, 100%. You know, there's no other way to describe it. But so Joe, yeah, it was like stuff like that where he would just like have me up at the front of the store greeting people, and people would gawk and like say bad stuff to me. And I worked there for like a year and a half, 2 years. So it was like this continuous thing, and it was this toxic environment. And when, you know, Joe, keep in mind, he was the assistant manager. So when the actual manager was there, Joe didn't act like a jerk. It was only when the real manager was gone, because the real manager was also actually trans, which is really cool. But the real manager didn't like me much either. Like, we kind of got along, but I think it's because Joe was talking to the real manager and being like, yo, like, Zoe's a piece of shit. And I did my job, and I went above and beyond. Like, I would go out of my way to help customers. Y'all know me. So like, I wasn't doing anything wrong, and I wasn't being lazy and stuff. And it was just like, it was a mess. I'm so glad I no longer work in retail. I'm glad I'm working as a full-time voice feminization teacher, singing teacher, voice masculinization coach. And whenever a student comes to me for it, voice androgenization, so like, you know, if you want to sound something like in between male and female, where it's not exactly male and it's not exactly female, I teach that too. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the story time. I ended up kind of organizing with my coworkers, because Joe was like a jerk to all of the coworkers. So we kind of organized. We like decided to write a letter to corporate. I ended up quitting, and then they like ratted me out because I kind of organized it, because I was like, this guy's a jerk. He hates me, like, and he treats me like crap. So yeah, and then he ended up, you know, I wanted to come visit. It was like a year later, and he responds, I'm like, hey, are you at the store? Because like, we were on speaking terms. We weren't on the worst of terms, but he responds, but you know, you mother. And it, like, he like swore, cussed me out, and he's like, how dare you try to, you know, get me fired? And I'm like, you were a transphobic, abusive jerk. And yeah, like, sorry, like, I'm not just gonna sit there and take that. Like, that's not okay under any circumstances, bro. So yeah, like, he hates me. And that is the story time for today. This was nerve-wracking for me. I haven't been on camera in a while. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely comment if you've ever had like a transphobic boss or superior, or somebody you've had to deal with. Tell me about that. Tell me about your experience. And definitely,
if you want to not talk like this,
and you want to talk like this, head over to natfemvoice.com, and we can get you sorted out. Cool. Bye.